American Express has implemented quite a few changes over the past few months, and as we are anticipating changes to the Amex Gold Card, I want to reflect back on the changes that we've come to know in the recent past from American Express, because these changes can potentially give us a clear view of what's to come for the Amex Gold Card. But before I get into those, if you would do me a huge favor and drop a like for the YouTube algorithm, that would be greatly appreciated. The first one is the giant elephant in the room, and that's because Amex has introduced some annual fee hikes in their portfolio of popular credit cards. I was lucky up until the recent change to the Hilton Honors Business Credit Card, which received an annual fee increase that more than doubled the annual fee. The annual fee went from $95 to $195, which is the largest percentage-based increase I've seen so far on any of the American Express credit cards. But the Hilton Honors Business isn't the only Hilton credit card that received an annual fee increase. The Hilton Honors Surpass went from a $95 annual fee to an annual fee of $150. The Hilton Honors Aspire went from a $450 annual fee to an annual fee of $550. And the Hilton Honors card went from an annual fee of $0 to an annual fee of $0. I just wanted to make sure you were still paying attention. We've also seen an increase in the annual fees for the Delta family of American Express credit cards. The Delta Gold received an annual fee increase from $99 to $150. The Delta Platinum's fee increased from $250 to $350. And the Delta Reserve increased from $550 to $650. The interesting part is that the business versions of these credit cards also saw the exact same increases in their annual fees. The Amex Business Gold had an annual fee increase from $295 to $375 a few months ago, and so far the personal Amex Gold card has not seen an annual fee increase, but I highly suspect that this will change pretty soon, and as I shared before, I think this annual fee will be north of $300. I don't think that it'll match the annual fee of the Business Gold, but I'm not sure how much lower it may be. I kind of suspect around $350. And of course, we know that the Amex Platinum, both the personal and business cards, had an annual fee increase, I believe back in 2021 during the pandemic. The personal card saw an annual fee increase from $550 to $695, and the business platinum card saw an increase from $595 to $695. So I guess it could be plausible for the personal Amex Gold card to match the annual fee of the business Gold card, but I'm still going to lean on a no and think that that's going to be a bit lower. Finally, the last annual fee increase I can remember is the annual fee increase from $450 to $650 on the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant credit card. It's crazy to think that I've been on YouTube since 2021, but anyway, let me get back on topic. So over the last few years, with most of this happening over the last few months, American Express has effectively increased the annual fee on a total of 13 of their credit cards. At least that's the credit cards that I can recall right now. And I think I got them all, but if I missed something, please be sure to let us know down in the comment section down below. This one is currently speculative, although I've seen an image of it, but a post on Reddit by PHP Freak stated that they received a booklet from American Express featuring the travel benefits that comes with their Platinum card, but they noticed something a little bit different, and that was this pamphlet stated that you can earn a complimentary Hilton Honors Gold status by spending $20,000 on eligible purchases in a calendar year on the Platinum card. Now, this is something that seems to have been mailed by mistake, but could this represent a new trend for American Express? What if American Express adds minimum spend requirements every year in order to unlock access to, let's say, their Centurion lounges or the Delta Sky Lounge, which I believe you still get access to the Delta Sky Lounge, right? As an Amex Platinum card holder, I believe so. And if this is indeed the new direction that we have yet to see, would this be enough to encourage people to make thousands of dollars in purchases on their Amex Platinum card? But if this is indeed moving forward and will be rolled out within the next few months or even the next year, I can definitely say that Amex is focused on combating the sock drawer mentality, which for those in the points and miles community, the Amex Platinum really isn't our favorite credit card to use outside of the statement credits that it comes with because the multipliers just aren't that good. So if they were to effectively add a roadblock to accessing the Centurion Lounge and Hilton Honors Gold by introducing a yearly spend requirement, I wonder how this would truly affect the Platinum card and if this particular credit card would still be favored by many. I would suspect so, but I don't really know. Next up are the changes Amex has implemented that appears to be a direct attack on us in the points and miles community, and that's because they've made more people ineligible to receive welcome offers and made it harder to find the best elevated welcome offer as well. Let's talk about the ineligibility to receive welcome offers. No one in the credit card community saw this coming, but Amex decided to make us ineligible to receive a welcome offer for a card if we currently hold a specific card because they've kind of set it up so that the welcome offer can be enticing to encourage their existing cardholders to upgrade to a more expensive card. This change really impacts the Amex Green, Amex Gold, and Amex Platinum cardholders and previous cardholders because for those of us who have or had the Amex Gold card may not be eligible to receive the welcome offer on the Amex Green card, and those who have or had the Amex Platinum may not be eligible to receive the welcome offer on the Amex Gold and or Amex Green card. And for us who are in the points and miles community, this was the biggest blow to our game because some people started off with the Amex Platinum card with the intention of getting the Amex Gold card later on, and there may have been some very valid reasons to go for the Amex Platinum card first, such as maybe that person was about to travel and wanted to have access to the Centurion Lounge, and maybe they would have been able to take advantage of the $200 airline credit, and maybe the global entry or TSA pre-check credit would have come in handy on their trip as well. And all of those are valid and strategic reasons to choose the Platinum card ahead of the Gold card. However, if you did that, the unintentional effect is that you may not be eligible to qualify for the Gold card's welcome offer if you did want to pick up that card a few months later to begin maximizing the amount of membership reward points you can earn from your spending, since the Platinum card is truly not a great everyday card since the multiplier categories are strictly focused on travel. This particular change could have potentially ruined the American Express experience for a lot of people if they are indeed deemed ineligible for the welcome offers on the lower tier cards. But there is some hope because the language is gray since it states that you may not be eligible. So my suspicion is that Amex will be more strict with whom their algorithm detects as a potential churner or someone whom they are spending too much money on. So to sum this up, Amex pop-up jail may become much more common moving forward. Another recent change is the introduction of the up to language on some of the welcome offers. I personally only seen this on the Amex Platinum card, and it seems to only appear when one of the highest welcome offers are available. I've seen it toward the end of last year on the welcome offer for 150,000 membership reward points. However, I haven't seen evidence of this language on the welcome offer for 175,000 membership reward points. I found this change should be another bold move by American Express, as they are clearly being a bit bold about trying to keep those who aren't their target audience out of their ecosystem. So although you see a welcome offer for 150,000 points, if that up to language is present, you just may not be eligible for that welcome offer and may see a lower welcome offer once you input your information. But even in the absence of this language, when there is a larger welcome offer out there, you may not be guaranteed to find it. Over the past 2 weeks, I've checked the Amex website every day to see if I can be targeted for the highest welcome offer, which was 175,000 membership reward points. However, I was never lucky enough to receive this targeted offer, which led me to believe that maybe Amex has geo-fenced areas where they can target a specific demographic to receive that particular welcome offer. It would have been nice to have received that targeted offer because I am about to travel, and getting access to the Centurion Lounge would have been awesome content for the channel, but it didn't work out that way, and I have no idea if this offer is still available. I will say this is the most difficulty I've had in finding the highest welcome offer on the Platinum card, and I'm going to assume that this isn't going to get better anytime soon. Another rather lucrative strategy that was eliminated was the ability to get 3 Amex Platinum welcome offers. The points and miles community may be a little too clever for itself sometimes, but prior to the changes last year, you were able to get the welcome offer on the 3 different versions of the Amex Platinum card because although they were essentially the same card, they weren't considered to be the same product. So the once in a lifetime language didn't apply to each one of them in that way. Obviously, this was a little bit of a loophole and probably something that American Express overlooked because this may have been considered to be a non-issue at that time. But then came the rise of credit card YouTube as well as other online tips and tricks communities that cued people in on this hidden loophole. So I guess American Express needed to put a stop to this. So people who were savvy usually waited for an elevated welcome offer on the vanilla Platinum card to get that card first, and then moved on to the Charles Schwab, I hope I said that correctly, and or Morgan Stanley versions of the card. I think this was the recommended order to follow, but I never used it since I don't have the Platinum card. So definitely let me and the community know the details in the comment section. Just keep in mind you can't do this any longer. This brought a potential total of around 300,000 membership reward points, which is huge for travel, especially if you wanted to do the aspirational first class or business class international travel. And if you were really smart with your points, you could have gotten at least 2 round-trip flights in those sweet lie-flat seats. But of course, this is no longer possible as all 3 cards include a version of the following language in their offer terms. You may not be eligible to receive a welcome offer if you have or have had this card, the Platinum card from American Express exclusively for Charles Schwab, the Platinum card from American Express exclusively for Morgan Stanley, or previous versions of these cards. You also may not be eligible to receive a welcome offer based on various factors, such as your history with credit card balance transfers, your history as an American Express card member, the number of credit cards that you have opened and closed, and other factors. Amex has been on a relentless journey of adding statement credits to their annual fee products, and there isn't any sign that they are going to stop this strategy anytime soon. In fact, American Express is full steam ahead with adding even more statement credits, which help to justify the annual fee increases. My friend Kelby Ng sent me this article from Thrifty Traveler where they quoted Amex's CEO during an earnings call where he said, "Refreshes really do help to drive demand. It drives awareness and it drives more engagement with existing cardholders. It's been a strategy that has worked very, very well." The problem with statement credits are they are all use it or lose it, and some of them require you to use it on a monthly basis. If not, you're losing out on the benefit that you've already paid for, and this makes it pretty annoying to use. I've complained about this in the past about the Amex Gold, and I think that I have the perfect scenario to take advantage of these credits because I live within walking distance to somewhere around 15 or so restaurants that are participating in either Uber Eats or Grubhub. And I would acknowledge that this credit is not much hassle for me to use because I am going to order out at least once per week, so I just have to remember to use the credit. The issue is that Amex has implemented an even more annoying way for some of their credits to be redeemed. And to explain this, let's take a look at the Hilton Honors Aspire card. That credit card comes with a few credits, but let's focus on the $400 Hilton Resort credit and the $200 flight credit. The $400 resort credit is awarded semi-annually, which makes it a bit inconvenient because the intent of the resort credit is for you to use it during your stay. So by doing this, Amex and Hilton are effectively encouraging you to stay at a Hilton hotel more than once per year. And you'd also have to make sure that your stay is during the first half and last half of the year. And since it is semi-annually, this limits your use of the credit to $200 at a time. And it gets even worse with the $200 airline credit because it is limited to $50 per quarter on eligible flight purchases through Amex Travel. This credit will be the most difficult to use for those of us who aren't traveling every quarter of the year. So Amex, why do you have to be so difficult? I don't know. Just make things a little bit easier for us. If we, the cardholders, don't like this approach that Amex is doing with its credit cards, then why does Amex continue to push forward with this strategy? I call it marketing gymnastics, or in other words, creating a distraction from the negative reality of what's really going on. A perfect example of this is the Amex Platinum webpage. When we look at the webpage, the first thing we see is the welcome offer using a large text size. Of course, the offer may be different for you depending upon multiple factors, so don't be alarmed if my welcome offer page is different than yours. Then as we scroll down the webpage, we see all of the different statement credits in very large text as well. But what we don't see in large text is the annual fee. So the card looks more attractive because the prospective or even current card holders are greeted with all of the value and benefits that the card can provide. And as long as you're capable of doing simple math, you can quickly realize that the total dollar value of the benefits will far outweigh the annual fee. However, using some of those benefits are just plain cumbersome and cause card holders to use those cards as much as they can to avoid missing out on the use it or lose it statement credits. Now that I think of it, this is actually a genius strategy. Create fear of missing out to encourage more spending. That way, American Express makes more money through cardholders using their American Express cards over any other credit cards they may have in their wallet. Very well played, American Express, very well played. If you're going to play the points and miles game with American Express, understand that for some people it can potentially be painful. Understand that the annual fees are higher than comparable credit cards that the competition offers, and also understand that they don't make it super simple to use each and every statement credit, as some are easier to use than others. But although this may be a somewhat painful process, there is value that can be obtained that can level up your travel game if you use those points strategically. Check out this video next, where I show exactly how to get over $13,000 in value from redeeming those Amex membership reward points. And as always, you made it to the end of the video. If you haven't dropped a like for the YouTube algorithm, be sure to do so. If you made it to the end, please subscribe to the channel and come on over and get a high five because you earned it.